everybody, welcome to my video blog. This video blog is linked to my actual blog, ChineloBally.com. Have a look at that. Today I'm going to be showing you how to measure yourselves. Basically, the reason why I'm showing you how to measure yourselves is because I do a special kind of sewing, which is freehand cutting. So with freehand cutting, there are specific measurements that you're going to need to take that are different from the ones you would usually take for working with a commercial pattern. I have made a list of these measurements on my blog, so if you have a look at those, write your list down, in the way that I've written them, so you can just come back and watch the video and take your measurements as I'm showing you to do them. Right, the very first measurement I'm going to take is my back measurement. The back measurement is basically across the shoulders at the back. So that is, put the tape one end of your shoulder and then you run it smoothly down to the other end. Okay, you just mark that down. The next measurement down is the across front measurement. So what you want to do is get your tape and place it just before your arm gets into the curve that leads to the to your underarm, and then you just do from there to the same point across the front. That's your cross front measurement, and I've got that there. You would do the same for the back as well, but you might need somebody to help you do that because that would be a very awkward position to try and get into. The next one down is your overbust measurement. So you take the tape, wrap it around your body above your breast, and then you just bring it together in the front, and then you get the mark where your measurement is. Just write that down. For your bust measurement, you're going same thing again, but around the fullest part of your bust. Okay. With the underbust again, same thing, but this time you slide the tape down to the base of your breast. And you take that measurement there. Right, next is your waist. The best way to find where your natural waist is to just bend yourself to the side, and where you get that crease there, that's where your natural waist is. Or it's usually an inch above your navel. There. The next one down is your hips. You want to take the tape and wrap it around the fullest part above your thighs. That's usually about 8 inches, 9 inches down from the waistline. And that's there. Right, the next set of measurements I call my vertical measurements. So the ones I've just done are the horizontal measurements, as you will see on the blog. Now these are vertical measurements. I always start by holding the tape just there on my shoulder, in the middle, just there. And then I bring it down to my across front, which is right there, and then mark that, to my overbust. Now I find with the overbust, if I was making, for instance, a boob tube and I wanted my overbust to stop there, that's where I would mark my overbust, just there. So it's just over there. Then your bust line, which is the highest point of your breast again, there, and you would mark that. Then you slip the tape down to your underbust. It might be a good idea to have a mirror in front of you at this point because you can't really see that bit there, especially if you've got a big bust. So then you do it like so. Then at this point I usually let go of the tape at the top so I can follow the rest of the tape down. So I just hold where the bust point is. So I go down to my next measurement, which is my waist, right there. And then to the next, which is my hips. But when you're looking down to see your hip measurement, try not to bend your back, because when you bend your back, the tape is going to slip further down. So what you just want to do is bend your neck, or if you've got a mirror in front of you, may help to see what you're doing. Then at this point again, I let go of the top of the tape again, and I'm still keeping my finger where the hip measurement is. Then I will slide the tape down to my knee to get my shoulder to knee measurement, so I know where it is. And then for my full length, I'd slide the tape down further or just see where it hangs. right there. And I'd write that down. Now I know that I like my dresses really long if I'm going to have a long dress because I wear really high heels. So I would measure that as 63 because I can see where my 60 stops and there's about 3 inches more to the floor. Right. That's the measurements. So the next set of measurements, the final set of measurements, are your sleeve measurements. Now these are a bit awkward to do by yourself, but you can do them by yourself. What you want to do for your round sleeve, I call this my round sleeve, but I think the actual term for it is your arm circle. But for the sake of my blog, it's a round sleeve. Right, so your round sleeve measurement, you take the tape and wrap it around the top part of your arm. But with this one, don't wrap it so it's so tight against your, don't wrap it so it's like skin tight against your sleeve. You don't want to do that. You want to give it a bit of ease because, you know, when you move your arm about, you're going to need to be able to move your arm about. So there, with a bit of ease, mine is 13. Then you slide the tape down to get your round elbow measurement. So this is just basically where your elbow is. So I would bend my elbow about 90-degree angle there. And then take that measurement again with a bit of ease. So that falls at 11.75. I'm an inches girl, by the way, everybody. So I don't do centimetres, I do inches. Then what you want to do is get this, to get the length of your elbow and the length of your sleeve, you take the head of the tape and you just put it just at the head of your sleeve there, or just at the edge of the shoulder. And then I can see where my elbow is, and I can see where I want the sleeve to stop, and you just take those measurements. I mean, you could get somebody to do this for you, but I'm just trying to show you how you can do it by yourself, so you can still do your own measurements yourself. Okay, so that's that. So that, my friends, is how you measure yourself. Hope to see you next time.